welcome back to this series about how to get a great education. This is the last video in the series. I swear. Today we are going to be talking about college. I think college is a life-changing experience for everybody, but for people with disabilities, it is something bigger. Being disabled as a kid, your family help you out. When you go to college and make it through the first week, you have a sense that you can make it. I don't mean that after the first week, the rest of the time, it will be a piece of cake. That is not what I am saying. I mean that you can survive on your own. Survive college might take a full year or more to say that college is for you. I think that people don't realize that going to college with a disability, it is a lot more challenging to face. For me, the first week I was starving because I have to be fed. It is not like feeding a friend because my muscles in my mouth don't work like yours. I push the food out without wanting to. Everyone was new at feeding me. It was not like I knew the next meal I would eat better because I didn't have the feeder yet. As the time went on, eating got better. Another huge help was that the main cook was at the dorm I stayed at all 4 years. So he knew what I liked to eat. Sometimes when the food was too hard to eat, he made something special for me. My mom also made food for me. So what can you do to make college easier for you? The first thing is to get several good personal care assistants. If you never had somebody other than your parents helping you, it will be a huge experience in itself. I have created a full course on how to hire a personal assistant. The link to the course is in the description below. What I recommend is to get several people to help you. They can be students themselves. If they are in the same dorm as you, that will be great. Every college has a department to help students with disabilities. You have to make use of their services. Later, if you feel like you don't need their help, you can stop using them. They might have a list of students who are willing to be a personal assistant. I would start there when trying to find help. I would ask them like in May, if you are moving in August. You don't want to wait until a week before you go. Another reason why you want to line up your aides early is because you can get to know one another before you have to work with them. Social media is such an awesome way to get to know each other. On the first day of class, you should get to class early to talk with the professor. You can introduce yourself to them and tell them about your disability. If you need a note taker, you can ask them to find someone who can give you their notes. Also, if you need any accommodations with taking tests, tell the professor about anything you might need. Professors are pretty helpful when you tell them at the beginning of the semester. As you adjust to college, make friends. If you had a hard time making friends in high school, trust me that college is totally different. Find groups that you would like to be in. Once you make friends, finding help will be easier on you. When you go to the cafeteria, don't sit alone but join a group of people. If you need help with something, you should ask. They might help you again without you asking. If you need to be fed, I know somewhere quiet helps with eating. So eating alone might be easier. If that is the case, if you have free time after you eat, go to a crowded table and visit. That is another way of making friends. Well, we are at the end of the series. I feel like we did not scratch the surface of this topic. If you have topics that you feel might be helpful, I could do another series down the road. Please let me know. Also, please like and share this playlist. I surely appreciate it. Thank you. It is Chris signing off.